Hello, I am Shayna J, the owner of A Pot to Plant, and we are located in Smyrna, Georgia. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. In this video, we are going to start the first of many, okay? The first of many, and I am excited. I'm nervous. I am hopeful, prayerful. I'm trying to determine if I have butterflies in my stomach right now because I've never done this. I'm not a salesperson. I mean, I am a little bit because I own a brick and mortar, obviously, so you definitely have to know how to sell, but I enjoy talking to people, so it comes easily when individuals come into the store and they are open to what I'm selling, right? But in this video, I am going to find our customers. I'm going to find the business, right? So this is our version of the School of Hard Knocks. There is a channel here on YouTube, and it is called the School of Hard Knocks. And so on this channel, the young man who started it, his name is James. I believe it's James Devlin. I'll put his information below. He just randomly and strategically he's going for a particular type of interview, but he is randomly, or he's speaking to individuals randomly on the streets of LA, of Miami, or pretty much California, Florida. He's been so many different places. He's been here in Georgia, in Atlanta. He just released a video in Morocco, girl. And yeah, it's just very inspiring because this is something that I have wanted to do for about a year, but have been planning to do for about 6 months, 5 or 6 months. And so now I'm finally going to do it. I have my supplies, basically my brochure, my business card, if you will, to, you know, go in with me as I introduce myself, introduce my business, introduce our services. And yeah, so I don't really know where I'm going today, to be honest with you. I have prayed and I have asked God to take the wheel, drive me to where you want me to go. So that's what we're off to, and I just wanted to come on here and document kind of the good, the bad, or the good, the wins and the challenges. I don't want to say bad and ugly. The wins and the challenges, the learning, and because this is, I'm just learning this. I don't have any skill in sales. I've done a little bit of research online, and like I said, he is very inspiring because the way he could take a no and keep on moving, and also take a no kind of sort of, but keep asking questions until he gets a yes, is super inspiring. Like, he definitely has a skill. Now I'm taking the camera with me so that I can document this in the car. I'm not taking a camera in the business because I don't want to be intrusive walking in asking people for a sale. So he's not asking anybody for a sale. He's asking for an interview, obviously, but I'm asking for a sale, and I feel like that's going to be a little bit different. And so walking in with a camera in my hand definitely does not seem like the way to go. So just a little FYI on there, but I will let you guys know. You'll see when I go in, you'll see when I come out. So I just wanted to open up this video with this. I hope that we can get somewhere today, whether it's just a phone number to, you know, our follow-up. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I'm sure I'm going to get no's. I'm sure I'm going to have to learn as I go. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Yay. I hope y'all can hear me because I don't have the mic, but and also I have to blast the AC right now because okay, I wasn't prepared. It is hot. Whew. So it was good. I will say it got a little bit easier as I got my footing. I can turn it down a little bit more. I think I've kind of got myself together, even though one of my contacts, my right contact, I need to adjust. I need some contact. Oh, I have some over there. I need to get it. So I was super nervous. Here I go talking to ChatGPT like an actual person. I don't do that, but I did because I actually, and by that I mean I had put in the chat before I got out. Oh my God, now I'm super nervous. I didn't put it as like I needed a response, but the response it gave me was the script, the lines, the verbiage that I used when I went in. So so after I said that, it said, okay, I was at a red light. I'll tell y'all. Well, I can tell you. So it said, don't be nervous. What we're not going to do is we're not going to quit now, and we're not going to quit after 1. We are going to, I said I was in an office park. I found a good office park, and it said, you're going to go in 3. You're not going to go in 1 and stop. You're going to go in 3. And I was like, oh God, okay. And so it said, just started off by saying, hello, my name is Shayna from A Pot to Plant In, and we are introducing our plant services to businesses in the area. Is there someone here that I may speak with in regards to this? And that's what I was saying. Okay, I just passed 2 parks that I feel like, or not 2 parks, but 2 businesses I think I want to turn around and go to. Hold on, and go in. Hold on. I can't turn around here. This road is not wide enough, so I'll turn around right here. It's just a feeling that I'm getting, you guys, because all of the doors had like Suite A, Suite B, Suite C, and there was a company name above like maybe 4 of the doors, but I wasn't sure which door to go in. So as I was looking, as I was trying to decipher the code, doors had codes on them, so you either had to probably be buzzed in or something. And I definitely did not want to be in a situation where I'm yelling in like a mic or an intercom saying, hey, my name is Shayna, can you let me in? I didn't want to do that. So I was kind of walking a little bit, and then I was like, yeah, this is not gonna be the one. I did not feel comfortable with that approach, so I left out of there, drove a little bit more, and then I passed like a business park where there's like, I don't know, it's probably about 15 or 20 medical businesses in that park. I hope I'm focused. In that park. So I was like, okay, this is great. So I parked in front. I parked like kind of at the beginning, and I put on my sports coat. You guys, I bought a sports coat, not recently, but it's in a vlog. I think you guys already saw that, because I feel like, when I have been thinking about this for the past 6 months, going in like how I'm in the shop, which is totally fine. I mean, it's still my uniform, right? But I don't think it was giving CEO. Okay, it wasn't giving owner. It's not giving founder. It's not giving. Oh, this is a senior living home. That's the medical. I just assumed they were the same. Oh, I wonder if I can. Okay, you guys. Can I? Oh my goodness. We're gonna wait. Yellow Jacket fans parking only. Well, first of all, your girl does not know who the Yellow Jackets are. Let me not start wrong. Yeah, I don't know who the Yellow Jackets are. Is it basketball? Is it football? I don't know. This car is parked crooked. Why? Why, sir? You're gonna make me park crooked. I'm not. You're not gonna subject me to your inabilities to park, sir. Bam. We're gonna park back here. That is too funny that that's what they have on the parking. It's a sign like where, you know, you're handicapped, where it would say handicap is, so it goes. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, so I went to the business park and I parked. I put on my sports coat and I grabbed my flyers. I have not shown you guys my flyers, which were a huge hit. Ah, this is my flyer. It was a huge hit. Everyone who looked at the flyer was like, this is gorgeous, like stunning. They were like, oh yes, you know. I'm so excited. So I'll tell you guys when I come back from out of here. I probably won't pick it up because I'm gonna go right across the street here. Out of these two places, I'll tell you guys what happened from the business park and also what happens here. And then I think we're gonna wrap it up for the day. I think so, because your girl is hot and there's a few things I need to tweak. Again, I'll tell you guys when I get right back. So let me go do this. Okay, I think we're done for today. So recap. So we just left the nursing home and we left a dental office. Okay, I can't turn this all the way off, you guys. I hope y'all can hear me. I am going to speak loudly or louder. So let me get my thoughts together. So some things I need to change. The uniform. It's blazing hot out here, you guys. We're talking 90 degrees, okay? And I'm walking like business parts, okay? That's what I just did. And so one, I need to find a sports coat that's maybe short sleeve, or I need to get a more business type shirt, maybe a collared shirt that has our logo like on the right or left side. I'm not sure if there's like a business standard for which side your logo should go on like a collared shirt, and that will give owner vibes, right? Also comfortable shoes. So my shoes are cute, but they're professional, but they're flat. They're not for walking, they're for being cute in a cute business meeting where I'm entering a place. I don't know who that is. Where I'm entering a space and sitting down. A business dinner, entering a space and sitting down with a nice dress or something. And you know, like they're the kind of, they have a little bit of rhinestones on there, so it's like the shoes you put on when you go out in the heels. You enter and then you're kind of at the end and you change into them, but you still want them to be kind of dressy. That's what I have on. And then I have on black jeans. Not jeans, that's the problem, not the color. The fabric. So you know, professionalism, like most of the time, like from things that I've watched videos, to include School of Hard Knocks. One thing I think I've noticed with the women's channel, because they just kind of launched it by I mean maybe the last 6 months, maybe or so, less than a year channel, that the young lady who does that channel, she seems to really approach people who wear black. Women who wear black. And just seeing that, and I've seen that type of attire echoed throughout like the business industry, where just kind of black gives, first of all, it takes away decision making. You kind of have a uniform again, if you will, when you are conducting business, and you can always still be real stylish, you know, get the vibes in black, but that's the color. And again, I'm not saying like it's you have to do it. I'm just saying that's kind of a thing, right? So I put that on just to kind of, because I'm going into a professional space asking for business. So, but it's hot, okay? Black attracts heat. And Yeah, so we're going to the gas station right now, you guys. So I need to change that. I need to figure out a better uniform for this, because I have dressy clothes, but we're not wearing those out here like this to do like footwork, you know what I'm saying? Leg work, knock on doors. That's not it. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So let's talk about, it's hot, you guys. Every time I get in this car, I've gotten out and in, the degrees on the temperature have gone up like 2 degrees. It's crazy. It's so much traffic. But it's almost 4. Let me turn this down just a little bit. I did the first one and my nerves were a wreck, and so I was just like, okay girl, you can do the next one. Y'all, I did, so the girl, you know, the first one was fine. They were like, you know, welcoming. I went into the second one, they were welcoming, and then I went into the third one and they knew me. And I said, hi, my name is Shayna and I'm from Apata Plantain. And the lady was like, oh my God, I know who you are. Like, well, she kind of said, oh my God, which caught me off guard, because I was like, you know, what I do? Did I do something? What happened? You know, are you about to kick me out? And so she was like, no, I know. Well, not that. This is me, my expression. And so she's like, I know who you are. I've seen you on social media. And so I was like, oh wow. I was like, you just made this so much easier. So I was just, so we, you know, chopped it up or whatever. And so she was like, she was the person that I needed to speak with. And so I left a brochure. And so that was awesome. And then the next place, so I went into a total of 10, maybe 10 places. And that's a good starting number, you guys. I was not trying to pound the pavement today, okay? I was just trying to dip my toe in the water of saleswomen, and see what happened. Like, what were the rejections gonna look like? Where was I fumbling? What rebuttals did I need to come up with? You know what I mean? And be ready for, prepared for. And everybody was super nice, super welcoming, professional, kind, all of that. There was one that I said too much too soon. Not too, like, I said my spiel too fast. And I found myself getting out of breath. But the good thing was, she was like, oh, let me go find the doctor, which allowed me to be like, you know, like, take a breath. Like, girl, why did you say that so fast? And so anyway, came back, she couldn't find the doctor. She don't know if he stepped out or whatever. And so she gave me his name, and so I wrote that down. But she was like, yeah, give him a call back. Give us a call back, ask for him or whatever. She took everybody took a brochure. So then I left from there and went into the next place. I think it was a orthodontist. Now we already currently have another orthodontist office, but I think this was another orthodontist. Again, I was either going in dental offices. Everybody had teeth. Like, it was about your mouth. And then there was like a brain doctor. Amazing. And then there was another business I went into, and I walked in and I was like, hey, my name is Shayna from Apata Plantain. And she was like, oh my God, I bought plants from you in the mall. And I was like, it was awesome, you guys. I was like, what mall? And so she's like, I really can't remember. And I said, because we went to Stonecrest for Christmas, you guys. Yeah, that video is out here. We did, like, their Santas come into town. They had like a parade and all that. That video's on here. And then we have been in Fibs twice. So but when I said, because she was like, no, it wasn't Stonecrest, or not Stonecrest, it wasn't Greenbrier. And so I said, well, was it Fibs? And so she's like, yes, that was it. And so she was like, oh yeah, you know. So in her saying that, I was like, you know, I'm not sure who the person is to speak with. You know, is that person here? And I, you know, y'all know what I said. And so she was like, I'm the person. And I was like, she was like, we absolutely do. And so I was like, okay, good. So she gave me her card, and she was like, just email me, you know, your packages or whatever. and then we'll choose one and go from there. And I was like, oh my God. So it's like, here's what's so amazing. God is so good, okay? Because first of all, I've said before on here, you guys, all of the businesses that we have gone into, stay tuned for the last business we just went to. Now, I didn't do any footage, but actually, you know what? I will go ahead and tell y'all here, because it's not going to be on any vlog. I did not take any video. I have a little bit of short form content, but I shared it in hold on, y'all, I'm paying attention to this. Okay, I need to pay attention when the light turned green to get on the interstate. I pulled up too close. But I shared I think I shared a clip in our Instagram broadcast channel. Did I put a clip in there? I don't know if I put a clip in there. I did post that we were there on Instagram, but I did no video there, because when I got there and started setting up, before I got done setting up, we were making sales. Like, the people were coming out for lunch, we were making sales. It was literally nonstop, okay? So, but we were at NCR, which is in downtown Atlanta. They contacted us to come out and do their farmers market pop-up. It was the first one that they have done to the magnitude that they did it. We had an amazing experience. It was only 2 hours, and you guys, the money we made in those 2 hours was amazing. Like, best lunch break ever. Best lunch break pop-up ever. And these were like corporate people. So people were buying plants for their desk. People were buying plants and taking them home, obviously. Like, it was amazing. It was a great experience. But again, my reason and point for saying that, and that was just last week, is that connections are being made. And so one opportunity, at one point, or one period in time, has opened the door already for this opportunity. You know what I mean? And I love that. Yeah, so that was just amazing that connection happened that way. So then, one thing about this business park is they were kind of similar to the previous one that I told you guys about, where there were codes, like you had to have a code to getting in. Some of the doors that I pulled, even though some had codes and I pulled them previously, they opened, and some I pulled and they closed. They were locked. Now, some of the businesses were actually closed. I could see through the windows that it was dark. And then you guys saw I came back, that brief clip where I went to the nursing home. So the person who handles that, they were gone for the day, but the individual gave me their name. So, you know, I have I have contacts for everyone who was not there. So I will call and try and you know, sell them over the phone if I can. Never done that either, so that will be new as well, and maybe I'll record that as well, just as a continuation to this. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see that portion, like the follow-up, and I'll definitely tell you if we get the account, obviously. Then I went to the dentist office, which is a huge, beautiful dentist office right across the street. Walked in there, and the young lady was so kind. She gave me that person's name too. It wasn't her, but she leaves at 2:30, so she was already gone. But she was just like, you know, she said they had just renovated their lobby, which was gorgeous, by the way. I wanted to try and take a little bit of pictures and get some footage, but you know, I was trying to be discreet, you guys. You can't just be, y'all know what I said earlier, right? But I had my phone, so I was going to try and do it, but I really couldn't do it. I didn't want to be like, I didn't know they had cameras in there, and they might have looked at it later like, she in there taking pictures of our space. I didn't want to do that. So but it is gorgeous. So in my mind, whenever, like right after she said that, she said something else. I'm not sure because I didn't say it immediately, but it formulated in my mind, and then I said it when I got the opening. But I was like, so you just renovated. So all that's missing is a plant. I said, you don't have to do anything, too over the top. You can just add one plant. I see a space already that it would look amazing. We can get a low maintenance plant in here. And she was like, absolutely. So again, she's not the person to make the decision, but I was trying to connect a little bit, but I left. Because maybe she could have passed it on to the young lady who I'm going to speak to. I feel good. I feel so good. I feel good. So, we got it was a good day. Prayerfully we get a client from this. You know, it's one of those things that I understand it's a numbers game. It's not like I went out here and I talked to like 50 people to get one. But it would be awesome if I just spoke to 11 and get one. Like, yes, that would be great. Yeah, that is the adventures of becoming a new saleswoman for my business. Okay, just add that under my list of skills as an entrepreneur. Okay, because Lord have mercy, don't we wear all the hats. But I'm ending up this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if y'all want me to continue this as a series. I don't know how often I'm gonna go out, but I have what I need, so it's definitely gonna be something I'm, you know, going to continue, because, you know, we want to really build up this portion of our business, because now we are able to, and we you know, we have more of a footing in our business, so we're able to kind of expand here. We're about to hire our next employee. We'll have opportunity for them in this area. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably do it as a series or whatever, but just let me know your opinion down below. Okay, so I will see y'all in the next video. Okay, bye.